Hello, daughters, and welcome to Discernment Meditations with Delores, the pastor's daughter. To begin, please bring kind awareness to your mind, to your body, and to your spirit. Today's meditation is entitled Guided Meditation for Chaotic Times, Cultivating Discernment. In the midst of unprecedented challenges brought on by the state of our world, this meditation serves as a mindful anchor, offering solace when external circumstances seem beyond our control. As life takes unexpected turns, this practice provides a sanctuary within, fostering discernment and resilience. Recognizing the upheaval in our lives during these challenging times, this meditation invites you to turn inward amid disruptions to familiar reference points. It emphasizes the importance of finding an internal haven, a space of quiet strength, unaffected by external turmoil. In chaotic times where external challenges persist, this practice guides you to navigate the turbulence within. Instead of seeking solace externally, learn to turn inward, discovering a resilient sanctuary within yourself. Find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down, closing your eyes. Allow your attention to scan your body, noting physical sensations and bringing awareness to the present moment. Observe thoughts and emotions without judgment. When noticed, name them with one word: thinking, feeling, or sensations. Congratulate yourself for noticing and watch for what emerges next. Acknowledge that thoughts and emotions, regardless of content, are transient. Treat them equally, recognizing they come and go. Shift the focus from the content to the act of thinking and feeling. In the process of subtle awareness emerges. In the process, a subtle awareness emerges, the part of you that observes without entanglement. Sense the witnessing space within you that is aware of experiences but remains detached. In challenging times, this practice equips you with two wings. The first wing encourages a lighter touch on thoughts and feelings, allowing them to flow rather than gripping tightly. The second connects you with a calm, ever-present space within, a sanctuary in difficult times. Through practice, this internal haven becomes increasingly accessible. Consider moments where labeling thoughts or emotions was challenging. Did you sense the witnessing space within you that observed and named experiences? Explore the impact of this practice on your discernment and resilience. Thank you for tuning in to Discernment Meditations with Delores, the pastor's daughter. I love you. And remember, you are important to me. I need you to survive. Please like, share, and subscribe. And have a discerning day. Bye-bye for now. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the writing lab with your girl, Delores, the pastor's daughter. I was over here making some coffee. Y'all get your stuff together. We've got just a few minutes and then we're going to go ahead and get started writing. I'm making some coffee. What are y'all making this? What are y'all sipping on this morning? Sipping on some tea, coffee. What's going on? What's in your cup this morning? Oh, I've already put my coffee in and my beauty booster. This is my concoction this morning, y'all, for the lab, of course. So good morning. Where's my book this morning? I'm like all discombobulated, y'all. Yeah, we've been making some really great progress. Hold on one sec. Let me go ahead and finish making this coffee first, and then we'll get into our writing prompt and all of that. Today is the 27th. Y'all, we are doing good. Okay, first of all, we're doing good, y'all. Okay, February 27th, 2026. This is the word of the day. Ooh, let me move that QR code. It's all in the way. Lord, move it. Hold on, y'all. Okay, there we go. Now take a look. Forget the mistake. Remember the lesson. Forget the mistake, but remember the lesson. Okay. Sometimes I do that, y'all. Sometimes it's like I'll skip over a whole word, or I'll misread a whole word. Do y'all ever do that? I feel like as I'm aging, like my brain is just getting is different. Okay, my brain is different as I'm aging, y'all. So I read things multiple times to make sure I read it correctly. Do y'all do it? I have to. Okay, I have to do it. All right, let me finish up this coffee, y'all. Go ahead and get your writing supplies together. If you're new here, we do 50 minutes of focused writing, and we do a 10-minute movement break. We do two of those. Okay, so 2 writing sprints, 2 50-minute writing sprints, okay, and 2 10-minute, like 10. I'm trying to do some sign language for y'all. So I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. It's early, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, so that's what we do over here. This is the writing lab. It's not, this is not a place where we come to trauma dump. This is not even a spot where we just do a whole bunch of journaling and just like all of that. No, we're not doing all that. Okay, we are authors in the making. Okay. And let's say you already have a book out. I have a few of them that you can grab over in my bookstore, which I'll put a link for you guys in the chat. But yeah, y'all can go ahead and grab a couple of my books. But in the meantime, I mean, let's just say you're not an author yet and you're an aspiring author. This is the place for you, okay? Like this is totally the place for you to get what you need to have like an accountability group. I mean, I want you to think about it like that. You know, like we're not all like in the same space working, but we kind of are. You know what I mean? Like we're at least here virtually where we can hold each other accountable and just send each other some really great creative energy. That's my goal over here. All right, y'all. I've already been going for a few minutes, so let me go over the writing prompts for today, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're on chapter two of the Tell the Truth Daughter manual right here. Y'all can grab that in my bookstore. This book has since been updated. The manual has been updated, so you will have the updated manual in my bookstore right now. Actually, it's available to you right now. I just put the link in the chat for you. Also, a link in the chat for if you'd like to grab the coffee that I've been drinking, or the Beauty Booster Collagen. You can grab that in my pharmacy store. There's a link in the chat for you there as well. Make sure you like the video on your way in, on your way out. But don't leave yet. Okay? Don't leave because we haven't even gotten started yet. Get your writing supplies together. We've got some writing to do, people. Okay? I'm getting the timer set up for us. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. The writing prompt for today. Let's see. List 3 patterns you now see clearly from your past. Now remember we talked about this yesterday, so you should be continuing on. If you didn't complete that action step, you definitely need to continue with that writing prompt. Okay. And this is the discernment process, like in your writing. This is where you start to begin to see things from your past, right? You see the differences between what you were told, what you believed, what was real, what was harmful, what was yours to carry, and what never should have been yours. Discernment gives you your own voice back. This is why your memoir will read differently from everyone else's. You aren't just recounting events, you are interpreting your life with wisdom, insight, and truth. That's what makes you a discerning author. Okay, y'all? That's what makes you a discerning author. Your discernment is your compass, and you're using that throughout your writing process, the beginning, the middle, the end, and everything in between. Okay, because we're dealing with, and we're talking about a lot of sensitive things, and there are other people involved in our story as well, right? And so as we talk about our story and we tell the truth, we want to make sure that we're considering ourselves, our own safety, those involved in our story as well. We want to consider them, you know, because we're discerning authors. I mean, sure, we could tell our story, and we will, right? But we also consider other people who are involved, because discernment is our compass. So let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and share my screen here. And again, y'all, we're using a timer from, this is a channel on YouTube where you can go and see all the different timers and use all the different timers that they have available to you. Okay, let's make this a little bit bigger. And let's get started writing, y'all. How we doing, y'all? How was that last session? All right, y'all, get on up so we can get our movement break in. I'm getting on my vibration plate. What do y'all do for your movement break? Are y'all actually doing anything for your? Are y'all getting up? Get up. You gotta keep your body moving. Keep that, keep that trauma like moving out of your body. You're already writing about it, which is a good thing, right? So you're getting it out and putting it on paper. But there's a flow that has to continue to happen, right? You have to continue to move your body and continue to move it out of you. Um, so that's why it's good to write about it, then get up and then move. And then you can get back and sit back down and then write about it some more if that's what you want to do, but make sure you get your movement in. Don't neglect that part of the process, okay? So I've been working on the Tell the Truth Daughter Part 2. Part 1 is complete. It's in my bookstore, and it's available to you whenever you're ready for it. That manual goes right along with with these live writing sessions. So make sure you grab the manual so you can follow along, or you can go at your own pace. You can go slower. You can go faster than we go. But if you have the manual, then you can decide what your timeline is. I know that all of us are on different timelines. Um, so I don't want to hold you back, but I also don't want to take you too fast too. So if you have a slower pace, then that having the manual yourself will help you to go at your own pace and not feel rushed. Okay. So I don't know. It almost seems like it's easier when I don't know, maybe when you rush just a little bit, because like I put out the videos and then you can go back at your own pace and look at them. But like if I'm going too slow, and you want to go faster, that's when it probably like really impacts you more. So that's why it's probably better during those times to have your own manual. Have your own manual regardless, child. Okay. Period. That way, problem solved, right? Mm, y'all, I'm low key like becoming a bit addicted to this coffee, especially the way I've been making it. Now I do add, my own little creamer, and I told y'all yesterday, I think I put a little Ceylon cinnamon in it, and some vanilla extract. So I doctored up just a little bit, for my liking. But child, you can't tell me this ain't some type of like coffee house quality. You know what I'm saying? Like it's giving all of that. So plus I made it myself, so you already know it's a whole lot more cost effective to make your own coffee than to go out and get it. Plus, y'all, I get my coffee at 50% off. I don't know about y'all, honey. So make sure y'all grab y'all coffee out of my pharmacy store. Let me go ahead and put that QR code to make it easy for y'all, chat. There's a QR code on the screen right there, so y'all can go ahead and grab your own coffee. If you're not a coffee drinker, grab the tea. I got the tea too. I always consider myself to be more of a tea drinker than a coffee drinker, but like I have really been enjoying these cups of coffee while I'm doing these live writing sessions, y'all. I have really enjoyed these. So if that's something that like helps you write, then shoot, do it. Get you some tea, get you some coffee. Make sure you grab some other stuff in my pharmacy store. You can grab that paprika and chili balsam. Make sure you get that. That's one of the things that I use that helps me manage my pain in my muscles and my nerves and stuff. So y'all make sure y'all grab that too. So anyway, so part 2 of the manual is of the manual series is focusing on the publishing part of the of writing your memoir. Okay, because see, people who are writing memoir are dealing with a little bit of a different standards, right? Than, like, let's say if you are writing a nonfiction, no, a fiction novel or something like that, right? Um, so you're gonna have like totally different standards, and more than likely, when you're writing memoir, your story is going to include other people, okay? And then you have to navigate between, okay, like, am I going to, or you have to decide if you're going to use actual names, if you're going to use aliases, you're just going to change the name. So, uh, are you changing more than the name? Like, let's say, that if you put your story out, then people are going to easily be able to figure out exactly who you're talking about, and you don't want that to happen. There are some situations where you do want that, where it's like, no, we're exposing and we're doing the whole thing. But you still have to do that with discernment as your beginning, your middle, your end, and everything in between, y'all. Like, more than likely, you'll have to get a lawyer, or at least consult with a lawyer, because of what you're talking about and who you're talking about. Sometimes these things can cause big problems. And what you don't want is for you to have done all of this healing work and all of that, only to, be stopped in your process, like, you've done all of this, and you decide that, hey, I do want to put this book out into the world, because sometimes you may decide, I don't want to do it, or I don't want to do it right now. Maybe I need to wait 10 years before I put this book out, and let the situation either die down a little bit, or let people die out a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds harsh, but it's true. Sometimes we're talking about people that are older, and we just decide, hey, let's just wait until that person passes away, because it's just safer that way, or it's just, it's going to protect people a little bit better that way. You never know. But these are things that you have to consider when you are writing memoir. So, but for our purposes right now, what I'm focused on more is for you to just tell it, okay? Just go ahead and tell the story, tell the truth, put it on paper, put it on your computer, put it on your recording app, whatever you decide to use as your recording mechanism. You know what I mean? Whether it be paper, a journal, a story time series, whatever. You can record these videos, you can write all this stuff down, and strategically wait to put it out. Put it out only on certain platforms. Like, there are so many different ways and so many different things to consider when you're talking about writing memoir, that these sessions are going to be really beneficial for you, okay? Because these are things that I had to think about, and even though, like, I did a lot of research in the beginning, trying to figure out, okay, how can I do this? How can I do this and protect myself? How can I do this and protect my mom, or protect even my father, the one I'm talking about? Like, I want to talk about what has happened. I want to tell my story and tell the truth, but I also still want to protect those involved too, even those who I feel like have done me wrong, because I considered my father in telling my story, even though I was talking about him, and even though he was abusive, and even though he did these things, maybe even things that, the statute of limitations hasn't run out on. You know what I mean? If you're picking up what I'm putting down. But still, it wasn't necessarily my goal to go and do any type of policeman's job or a detective's job or anything like that, because I still got to protect myself. I'm nobody's police officer. I'm nobody's detective. I put it in the book, and, I did what I had to do to protect myself and protect the ones I love, and even offer a bit of protection for my father, But what happens after that is not on me. And I even went through the process of contacting a lawyer, even keeping a lawyer retained. And, as I was putting my story out, making sure all the legal considerations were thought about and, and mitigated, or they were thought about and, we either changed some stuff or put some stuff in place to protect. And so those are things that you have to think about. But do you need to be thinking about them right now? No. Which is why this manual goes in parts, so that right now all you need to think about is just telling the truth. you know so that's our time for our movement break. Let's go ahead and get into our second writing sprint. Y'all are doing well. Y'all are doing really, really well. And so make sure you give yourself a pat on the back. If you're not going to stay for the next writing sprint, make sure you like the video, share the video with another daughter who is writing her story, who's been thinking about it, who's ever even mentioned, I should write a book. Yeah, send her these lives and tell her this is your accountability group. Get into it. Okay. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get back started writing. Okay, people, how are we doing? How did we do? How was it? Check on in and let me see how y'all are doing. I'm doing pretty good myself. No complaints on this end. Sorry about that. All right, there we go. All right, y'all. That's all I have for y'all today. I'm not going to even hold y'all any longer. We're doing another 10-minute movement break. So y'all get up and move if you like to get up and move. If not, and you've got some motivation, momentum, by all means, keep on going. If you like to set up another timer, then go to A Million Reason. That's a channel on YouTube where you can use any of their timers that they have on there. Otherwise, you can go back and start this video over again and start another cycle. I mean, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. But I'm hoping that these sessions are doing well for you. This is the end of another week. Okay, this is our second full week of doing these live writing sessions at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we've been sticking to it, y'all. We have been consistent and we have been making steady progress. I've gotten, right now, I'm uploading the second part to the Tell the Truth Daughter series. That's this series that we're using to go along with these writing labs. Make sure you grab your copy of part 1. It's in my bookstore. It's available now. The description is right there in the comments, and it's also in the description of this video. Make sure that you like and share. Please like, even if you don't share, make sure you like the video. And then if you can share with another daughter. I know you know somebody, a homegirl of yours, who's also thinking about writing a book. Tell her it's time to stop thinking about it and just do it, okay? And that's what these live sessions will do for you, help you to write your memoir. And yeah, y'all, I mean, what else is there to talk about? Nothing, girl, because y'all are doing the doggone thing. Y'all are doing well. I am very, very proud of y'all. I'm proud of myself. And let's just continue to make progress. So I'll see y'all here on Monday, whatever date that is. What is it, like the 1st of the month, I think? Monday, I think is the 1st. So I'll see y'all back here on Monday. Same channel, same time, same homegirl. It's me, Delores, daughter among daughters. I'm your sister in discernment. I'm also your writing coach. Okay, so y'all come on in to the writing lab on the weekdays, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here with Delores, the pastor's daughter. All right, y'all. I love y'all. And remember, you are important to me. I need you to survive. Bye-bye for now.